morning, class. Wanted to let you know Miss Hoffman and I really miss seeing you at school. So in thinking about not seeing you guys, I wore my pony hat and a school, not Stillwater, but Winona sweatshirt. Today we're going to be reviewing positive and negative slope when looking at a graph. We are going to determine the slope, the intercept, and write the equation. To help us first determine if this slope in number 3 is going uphill or downhill, we have our unicorn, which I'm sure you remember. So if the unicorn is on the left, is the unicorn, when looking at the line, going to go uphill? Or is the unicorn going to go downhill? In number 3, it looks like it's going to go uphill, so we're going to call this slope positive. So I added the question, is the slope positive or negative? And we said we start on the left and we're looking uphill, so the slope is positive. I have a note up at the top here. Remember, our equation for slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. We've already determined that the slope is positive. If the slope was negative, I'd put a minus here, but it's positive. So now I need to find my rise over my run. So let's start here. If we count, I'll choose a different color. If we count up, we're going up 1, up 2, and we're moving over 1, 2, 3, 4. That's up 2 over 4. So I'll put 2 over 4 here. Now our B is where we cross the Y line. This is Y, this is the Y line. If we erase just that little dot there, we see that we cross the Y line at 1, 2, 3. So the y-intercept is 3, put a 3 here, and then we're going to write our equation out in y equals mx plus b form. I take the m, I'll put it next to the x, I'll take the b, and put it behind. So my equation for this line is y equals 2 over 4 x plus 3. Now I can simplify that. If I put 2 divided by 4 or 2ABC4 in my calculator, I know that that's the same thing as 1/2. So I can rewrite this as y equals 1/2 x plus 3. The next problem we're going to do is over here. We have a line that starts at the top and ends on the bottom. The first question we're going to look at is the slope negative or positive? To help us again, we're going to use the unicorn. When the unicorn is on the left side and the unicorn moves from the left side to the right side, is the unicorn moving up or is the unicorn moving down? The unicorn's on the left, it's moving down. When we move down, that's a negative slope. So we're going to highlight the word negative here. Now again, we're going to use our equation, y equals mx plus b, and we're first going to try to find slope. This time the slope we said was negative, so I'm going to put a minus here, and then we'll count our slope. And now when counting slope, it doesn't matter where we start, but I like to start with a negative slope on the left side. And I'm going to first count down because our rise is over our run. Rise is on top of the fraction, run's on the bottom. So this time if we start up here, I'm going to make my dot smaller. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's down 4 over 1, 2, 3. I'll write that on. So we went down 4 over 3. So we have negative, which tells us it's a down slope, 4 over 3 is our m. Now we need to determine where it crosses the y line, and that number is covered up, but I can tell that this is the 0 line, and one line above it is positive 1, so I'm going to assume one line below it is negative 1. So that's negative 1. And now we're going to write our equation. Y equals a negative slope of 4/3 x plus b is negative 1. Or we could write it as negative 4/3 x minus 1. So you can either have a plus negative 1 or a minus 1. Have a good day.